My name is Ted, bringing you an update today on the LG Optimus G. This is the latest flagship device by LG, and it's a fantastic device. There's a lot of rumors surrounding this device as far as it being the next Nexus device for Android, but I'm not going to talk about that in this video. If you want to see more about that, search Google or subscribe to my channel because I'll probably post a video on that later on. But as far as the American specs go on this device, I'm very, very impressed. This is shaping up, even without the Nexus rumors, to be a very fantastic device. Let's refresh you on some of the specs. It's got a 1.5 GHz quad-core Snapdragon S4 Pro processor. This is a top-of-the-line processor, absolutely beast. It'll be able to handle anything you can throw at it, and it's going to be absolutely buttery smooth as far as the user interface goes. It's running Android 4.0.4 or Android Ice Cream Sandwich. This is the second newest version of Android, which is also top of the line. I'd like to see Jelly Bean stock, but it looks like they're going to update to Android Jelly Bean over time, so we're not going to get that right away. It's 8mm thick, which is actually pretty skinny for a device. It's much of a rectangle. It's not very rounded either, which I don't really like. I like devices that really fit to my hand and can draw to my hand, and this isn't one of those devices. As far as your screen, you're coming with a 4.7-inch Full HD display coming in at 1280 by 768 pixels. It's got on-screen buttons, which is, I guess, kind of nice for some people. I don't personally care for it, but for those that do, it's fine. It's there. As far as your storage, coming with 32 GB of onboard storage and 2 GB of RAM, which is really good. 2 GB of RAM first got introduced with the Galaxy S3 for over here in the American version, and it's still good to see that on most of the phones that are coming out nowadays that are the flagship devices. As far as your battery, coming with 2,100 mAh battery. This isn't very good. I would have liked to see a better battery size, especially considering this is a non-removable battery, so if you run out of battery throughout the day, you can't just change it out. That really sucks. The main selling feature of this phone is its 13 megapixel rear-facing camera. This is absolutely phenomenal. This is fantastic. But over here in America, you're only going to get that on the Sprint network. If you go with AT&T, which is the only two networks so far that are positive to sell this phone, the AT&T is only coming with an 8 megapixel camera. Now, one thing I will mention is that the device is a little bit skinnier for AT&T because the camera on the back side of the phone is very flush with the device, as opposed to the Sprint version. It sticks out a little bit more because it's 13 megapixels versus 8 megapixels. So if that's something you care about, if you really don't care about the camera, you just want a really flush device, the AT&T version is better. But if not, the Sprint version is going to come with a much more powerful camera, but it sticks out a little bit and adds a little bit more depth to your phone. As far as NFC enablement, it does support NFC, which is always good. We've been seeing that on most devices coming out recently. It's always good to see that, and if it was lacking that, it'd be kind of a standing out oddball. As far as your LTE capability, over here in America, you are coming with 4G LTE capability on a quad-core processor, which is only going to be one of the first 3 or 4 phones over here in America that are going to have that ability when it comes out and when it's released over here in America. That's phenomenal. We've only seen dual-core processors up over here in America because it seems like they'd always start with the quad-core over in the UK and then dummy it down over here in America because we have the 4G LTE capability, and that 4G antenna would not be compatible with quad-core previously. But nowadays, we're finally getting quad-cores over here, and it's absolutely fantastic. I love seeing that much speed and that much power inside of a device, and it's great to see it compatible with the LTE antennas now. As far as other features of this device, you're coming with a dual screen play, which is really cool. Basically, you can play up to 2 YouTube videos at once. You can just split your screen in half and play different things on each side. It's really, really neat. I just love seeing extra features like this. Some of the cheesy things, I guess, are the live zooming, which makes you zoom in on videos as they're moving. I don't think that's really cool. I don't think I'd ever need that, but if you do, hey, it's there for you. You also have cheese shutter, which basically makes it so that whenever you say cheese, it'll take a picture for you. I think that's kind of lame once again, but it's there if you want it. If you don't want it, you don't have to use it. As far as prices and release dates, neither of them have been confirmed yet. I'd say probably we're looking at about a $350 price point for this device when it comes out if you're using a 2-year contract, and around $800 off contract. That's just from previous experiences with flagship devices like this when they get released. And as far as the release date, over here in America, we're probably going to get it around mid-November is when I'm expecting to get it. But over in South Korea, they've already got it released, and over in the UK, a little bit sooner. So there's no guaranteed dates or guaranteed price points. The only guaranteed parts of this phone are the specs that I gave you earlier as far as the software and hardware goes. If you enjoyed this review and some of the specs, be sure to thumb up the video. Also, be sure to subscribe for more information regarding this phone and a lot of other Android products to get released. Other than that, guys, hope you enjoyed this video and have a great night.